Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. I'm just going to give it a few minutes for some people to jump on and then we will get started. Happy Wednesday. Oops, I guess I should mute that. I had to spit out my gum. Hi Maureen, how are you? Thanks for joining. Okay, I'm just going to find this on my computer screen and share it to my group. Hello, Rana, dear. How are you, my friend? Okay. Okay, so as you are logging on, please say hello. Audience participation is going to be really important in tonight's Facebook Live. So I need to know that you guys are with me. Okay, so hello everybody. For those of you that are new to my Facebook Lives, I'm Zara Premji, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Markham, Ontario, Canada. And every Wednesday, I do a Facebook Live crafting show. And the projects that I do range in level of difficulty from kind of beginner to casual-ish to sometimes more of an avid project. And sometimes I do one and sometimes I do three. Variety is the spice of life. So today I'm going to be doing one project, but we're going to be doing a choose your own adventure. Okay, so I'm going to show you the stamp set that we're going to be using. Oh my gosh, hi Jill. Okay, so I know this is backwards for you guys. This is the Warm and Toasty stamp set. So we are going to use this stamp set. I'm not going to let you guys choose the stamp set because I think that would make me really nervous to be even like working with an entirely new stamp set. So I have a design in mind and I'm going to be giving you some options for colors, okay? So you're going to choose between a couple of colors, and I'm also giving you a choice of embellishments, okay? So you're not going to necessarily get to choose everything because I've pulled out some colors that kind of match depending on what you've picked. And I'm going to need some audience participation here, and I'll show you two options, and then I'm going to give you a few seconds because I know that there's a delay from when you hear me speak and then the time that your comment shows up. So I'll give you all a few seconds. Hi, Janice. Oh, it's nice to have some people on. Okay, so hopefully the majority rules today. So hopefully you guys are all kind of in agreement. So I'll give a few seconds every time I give a choice, and then I'm going to wait for a few seconds and see kind of where the majority lies. So I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you've had a good day. I was working today. My husband was off. He works for the bank, and so he has Remembrance Day off. And today we both watched the ceremonies on TV together around 11 o'clock. It was a beautiful ceremony in Ottawa. Very different, obviously, because of the need for social distancing. But it was still a beautiful ceremony, very like just touching and moving. And we really were in remembrance today of those that have fought and continue to fight for our freedom. So I'm just feeling especially grateful, and I was especially moved by the ceremonies today. I think given everything that's happening right now in our world. I did make a card in honor of Remembrance Day. Some of you might have seen I posted this on my Facebook page, and I used the poppy dies from Stampin' Up! And it's a very simple card. I used this designer series paper you see here is in good taste. So it was a very simple card. The die cuts did a lot of the heavy lifting, but it was just something that was on my heart. So, excuse me. Hello, Heather. Okay, so I'm going to flip you guys down and I share with you a couple of little tidbits of information, and then we're going to get started with some crafting. Okay, so give me a second while I turn this down. All right, I think that should be a good enough view. If you can't see that properly, let me know, and I'll continue to watch comments because I know sometimes when I flip the camera, then it's hard for people to hear me. So if you're not able to hear me properly, then just comment below, and of course if you can't see things properly, then let me know that as well. Okay. So we are playing, like I said, with the Warm and Toasty stamp set. This is a cling stamp set. It's got 10 stamps and it's just got the cutest images in it. There's a reindeer, polar bear, a baby polar bear. There's 3 singing bunnies, and then there's 2 little mice holding an ornament, or I don't know if they're fighting over. No, they look happy. They don't look like they're fighting over it. They're holding the ornament, and it's a red rubber stamp. So but it's a cling stamp, so it clings really nicely to your blocks. And you guys know I probably say this every single Facebook Live, but I love when stamp sets have both images and sentiments. So I think that's actually all I own. I always pick the stamp sets that have both. Because I want to show them to you and not have you feel like you have to purchase multiple stamp sets to make a project. So everything that we're going to be doing on this project is all from one stamp set. And if you are looking for it in the catalog, I should have marked my page. It is on page 42 of the holiday catalog. Okay. So it's over here. You can see some really cute samples. This one here is using the Feels Like Frost designer series paper, but you can do this layout with any designer series paper. And then we've got some of the heartwarming hugs peeking out behind here. And then there's the plaid tidings designer series paper, and they've done a little candy cane wrap for that. So it's super cute. I'm not actually using any designer series paper on my project. It's going to be mostly stamping and some shading. But I really, really love that stamp set. I'm sorry if you can hear a lot of noise upstairs. It's like I hear chairs moving and it's really loud, and people are going to get in trouble later because they all know I do my Facebook Live at this time. Okay, the other thing that I wanted to share with you, well, one thing I want to share with you is that we have a new bundle out. It's called Curvy Celebrations. Now, this is something that's coming out in our January to June mini catalog. And Stampin' Up! Has actually released it early. So anybody can purchase it from November until January 4th. And then, of course, it's going to go live with the new catalog. So this particular suite has a bundle in it called Quite Curvy. And what I love about this bundle is that it's perfect for any for any occasion that you might need a card for. So some of the sentiments include "You're one in a million," "Made with love, just for you," "Hello," "Hooray for you," "Thinking of you makes my day," "Wishing you the happiest of birthdays." And then they have the cutest little images that are perfect for coloring. You can use Stampin' Blends, you can watercolor, you can use the watercolor pencils, or you can even just leave them black and white, which would look beautiful, or whatever color you choose to stamp with. And then they've got coordinating dies, and they create these beautiful curved shapes, and they look really nice on their own, or even if you want to layer them on top of one another. So that's the bundle that you're going to see in the new catalog coming out. Now, for a limited time, there is actually a Christmas stamp set that's coming out called Curvy Christmas. Now, this is not going to be available in the January to June mini catalog. This is available while supplies last, and there's this awesome package of designer series paper that goes with it in 3 different colors. So there's shaded spruce, Sahara sand, and I believe that's cherry cobbler. Yep, it says that right here. This is a really cute paper pack. It's 6 by 6, and you're definitely going to want to get your hands on that. So, and then at the bottom, it just shows you what the variety bundle includes. So you can actually get the variety bundle, and then you get 10% off with the bundle pricing. So that's that. I'll show you a card that I made with the Quite Curvy bundle. This is just a really simple one where I just took a piece of the Flowers for Every Season designer series paper, and I ran it once through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine to create the curve, and then I basically just cut a little bit off so that it would leave a bit of space for my sentiment. And the sentiment is actually curved that way, so I could just put it right on my block, and it's stamped in the same curve as the openings of the dies, if that makes sense. It's also got this really cute detailing right here. You can see the little dots. So it's just super cute and very easy to use. And then I just used some of the epoxy droplets and some Misty Moonlight ribbon. It's a really simple card. Took me no time at all to make. So I really, really like that. The next thing I'm going to show you is a little sneak peek. So I have started a monthly card club, and we just finished our first month. These are the cards we did in the card club. Okay, this was our last month. We featured Tag Buffet, and then these are the 4 cards that I had designed. I think I might have made this on a Facebook Live recently. And then everyone got to do 2 of each. So everyone's packets included 2 make and take packets for each of the 4 cards. All of the cutting, the punching, texture, embossing, die cutting, all of that was already done. And then people used their own stamp sets and ink. And then they also got some product included. So they had $25 worth of product included. So they got a Wink of Stella. They got the holiday rhinestones, and they got a roll of linen thread. So lots of goodies in that package. So next month's club is super cute. I've already designed that, and we're going to be using the Warm and Toasty stamp set. So I'm going to just show you a little sneak peek of the cards that I've designed. So once again, and if you're part of the club, look away, look away. I don't know if you like spoilers or not, but these are the cards for the November card club, and you can get a little bit of a peek of some of the products that are going to be used in there. So it'll be the same format, 2 each of 4 different designs, and we're featuring the same stamp set, and with the addition of a few extra tools and supplies, you can easily make these cards. So don't worry if you missed October, you can jump in anytime. And if you remain a part of my club for 6 months consecutively, you're going to get a $25 product credit. There are also other perks, including early shopping access to my retired buy one get one sale. So lots of little perks for being in that club, and you can definitely try it out for 1 month and then decide if you want to discontinue or continue, and hopefully you'll continue. So okay, so let's get started. I'm trying to think if I want to show you the card or not. So you guys let me know how you feel about that. Do you want to see the card or do you not want to see the card? Here's your first choice, okay? So we have 2 different color options, and I want you to tell me if you would like me to do it in Blushing Bride or in Highland Heather. Okay, so take a second, decide which color you'd like to see me feature on the card, and then and then also let me know if you want to see the card, the finished card that I've done, because I do have a sample of it in a different color. So comment and let me know, do you want Highland Heather or Blushing Bride? Okay, Rana's saying Blushing Bride. Maureen saying Highland Heather. Jill says Highland Heather. I need a couple more. It's only 2 to 1 here. So waiting for a couple more comments. Which of these 2 colors would you like to see the card in? Highland Heather. Okay, Rana, it looks like it's kind of overwhelmingly in favor of Highland Heather, but I'm going to make a Blushing Bride one as well later, and I'm going to send that to you, okay, my dear? Okay, so Highland Heather it is. So let's get going with the first part of our card, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm stamping a background. Now, I'm not going to be using a piece of cardstock this big on my card, but I do want to stamp it with the buffalo check background stamp, okay? So this is in our annual catalog. I love this background stamp. And so I'm going to take my Highland Heather. So what I've done, the reason I've cut the cardstock a little bigger is because I want my magnets to hold it in place so that I can go and stamp it, and then if I need to restamp it, the paper's not moving around. But what happens is if you take exactly the size you're going to need, the magnets will actually interfere with the stamp, so you can't actually stamp it straight. Or stamp it flat, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I'm going to fix that. I've got just to put some double-sided tape on the back of my around my magnets. Okay. Hello, my cousin, Aleem. You love this stamp, right? The buffalo check. Okay, can you guys hear the background noise in my house? Like, I swear, it sounds like they're bowling upstairs. It's so loud. I have no idea what they're doing, but they're right above where I am sitting in the basement, and I am hearing, I swear it sounds like they're like throwing bowling balls at pins. So I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's making me nuts. Okay, so here's why I love the Stamparatus, because you can see that there are some little spots that didn't get stamped. So I'm going to do that again. I'm going to ink it up again, and see, because my magnets, my really strong magnets, are holding the cardstock in place, I know that when I go to stamp this again, that it's going to land in exactly the same spot, unless it moved on me and I didn't realize it. So I'm just going to apply some pressure. I know that this side was missed. I know that the middle kind of got missed. And then that's a little better. I might have to stand and put a bit more pressure here. So the good news is that the middle is done, and I'm going to cut off, I'm going to actually use a rectangle stitched die to cut out a piece. So it doesn't even matter that this part isn't perfect, because I'm actually going to cut that out. Okay, so that's it for my, let me just clean this off. I'm going to use my, I think I haven't cleaned this in a while, so there's a good possibility I'm going to have ink on my fingers after this. You can't hear them? Okay, that's good. That makes me feel better, because I feel like it's so loud. Okay, so we are going to cut this out using a rectangle stitched die. And so I'm just going to put this down onto my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and I need another clear plate. And I'm going to use, nobody's told me if they wanted to see the card yet. Maybe you guys are all really good with surprises. Okay, so I'm gonna have to stand up here. So I might sound a little loud because I'm really close to the phone right now. Okay, so lining that up, I want it to be pretty straight. And I'm gonna carefully place my plate down and then roll that through. I think I'm gonna go twice. I'm so relieved. I was really paranoid that it must have sounded so loud for you guys. Okay, so here is the background of my card. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is a little bit of shading. Okay, where did my other rectangle go? I think I have it right here. All right. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is a little bit of shading. And I'm going to be using a tool that Stampin' Up! Is now going to be offering. Nope, that's not quite long enough. This is just like Post-it note tape. I'm going to cut it a bit longer. And I'm going to just stick that down like that. All right. So I'm using a brush. Now, okay, I have to tell you, the brush that I'm using today is not one from Stampin' Up! And I really wanted to use my Stampin' Up! One. We placed a new product order. I placed it on Monday, and I placed it on Saturday. I expedited it. It was supposed to be here today, and it included the new Stampin' Up! Brushes, okay? So, oh my gosh, these brushes are amazing. But just pretend that it's a different color and it says Stampin' Up! Somewhere on it, okay? So I don't normally use non-Stampin' Up! Products, but I don't have my brushes yet, so I had to use a different one, but you're going to get a picture of what it can do. So I'm actually just going to be creating some shading on my card, and I'm going to do that by taking this brush, taking off some of the ink here, and then going to my card, okay? So you want to remove some of the ink onto your paper so that you don't get these big sort of blotches anywhere on your card. And then you're just going to gently go in with that. You can always add more ink. So you can, I don't even know if you can see the color yet on there, but I'm going in with a really light hand. And I'm just layering some of the Highland Heather. I just want to create almost like a purple sky look. Maureen, okay, I got the suspense is killing you. It won't be long. This is not a hard card to do. You have to stick around to see the finished product, okay? Maureen, where do you get this tape? Because I actually got it as a Christmas gift from someone. Someone had given me a diffuser and some of this tape, and there was some other really like cool essentials for my craft room. And I've never been able to find this tape anywhere else. So tell me where you get it. I don't know if maybe Staples or I don't know. Okay. I think that's probably good enough. And so I created the tape because I just want to create almost like a horizon look, okay? So I'm taking this off. Okay, see that? Doesn't that look so cool? I love this look. So we have sponge daubers and we have sponges, but they're not the same. First of all, if you wanted to use sponge daubers, it would take you much longer to do that. But I love the brushes. Okay, so let's do some stamping. I'm going to use the Memento ink. Staples carries it in the Post-it note section. Okay, I felt like I looked for it and then I didn't see it there, but probably didn't look closely enough. So I'm gonna go back and check because I'm gonna be really sad when this runs out. I use it all the time. Okay, so I'm inking up my cute little polar bear in Memento Black, and I'm just gonna press down. Okay, that looks really good. I'm gonna give that a second to dry, and while I do that, I'm going to stamp my sentiment. So I'm using the sentiment that says warm and toasty wishes to you. Okay, and then the part that I had covered with the Post-it note tape, I'm now going to, you could probably see my head in the picture. I'm just going to stamp that straight down and straight up. Ooh, it turned out straight too. I love when that happens. Okay, so let's color this little guy. You guys had chosen Highland Heather, so we're going to color this guy in Highland Heather. I'm going to start with my dark actually, and just going to, I'm just going to kind of create a little bit of shading on either side of the scarf. Okay, so where the stripes are, I'm just coloring the outsides of it a little bit in the dark. I'm using the bullet tip. And you see, I couldn't have done this in advance because I didn't know what color you guys were going to pick. Rana knows me. I probably would have, if the choice was left to me, I probably would have gone with Blushing Bride because you guys know me in pink. But I know I'll love this in the Highland Heather. Okay, so here we go. Just gonna now go in with the light Highland Heather. And this particular blend always makes this squeaking sound. None of my other ones seem to do that. Hello, Heather. Hi, Sonia. Thanks for being here. And Sonia, thank you for always sharing the videos. I really appreciate that. I love that you are sharing the love of crafting with your friends and family, so that means a lot to me. Thank you. Okay, squeaky, squeaky. Hopefully this noise isn't bothering you guys. Okay, we're almost done here with the light. I'm not going to color the inside, like these parts of the scarf. I'm just going to finish doing this. And then I'm just going to color this one here a little bit light. Now I'm going to show you a little trick to look like there's almost like a glistening effect on the snowman, almost like a shadow. So I'm going to go in with my Smoky Slate light, and I'm just going to go along the inner line of this image. You want to do this with a fairly steady hand. Okay. And then maybe a little here and a little here. I don't know, is there anywhere else? Yeah, maybe just above his skate. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my color lifter. So this is not exactly an eraser, it's just sort of a color lifter, but what it's doing is it's kind of pulling some of the color out so that it looks a little bit more natural. The line looks a bit more natural. So you can see it doesn't actually erase it, it just kind of blends it out. So I want to make it look like there's almost like a shadow. I'm not a pro with coloring, so you might have other techniques or ways of doing it, but I do love that the Stampin' Blends make me look like I'm a pro. I might just put a little bit on the pom-pom here. And then, oh, thank you, Sonia. Thank you. Okay, so there we go. All right, so he is all colored in, and now we're going to do some fussy cutting. So I'm gonna take my scissors, and we can chit chat as I'm cutting. So tell me, do you have this stamp set? You can just respond with a yes or no. There's no choices here. Well, there's a yes or no choice. Do you have the stamp set yet? And if not, is it on your wish list? Okay, let me just cut that off. So when you're fussy cutting, you want to leave a little bit of a white, a little bit of the outline. You don't want to cut right on the outline of the image, okay? So this allows you to not make it perfect, so it's a little bit more forgiving. All right, so that's kind of the more detailed part. Now it's just kind of getting close to the end here of his backside, I guess. And I'm not going to go all the way in where the opening is right here. There's no need to do that. And then I'm just going to finish that up. So don't get me wrong, I am not a huge fan of fussy cutting. I'm actually quite a lazy stamper. And so whenever there's a die or a coordinating punch for something, I will purchase it and I will use that over fussy cutting. But there is not a matching die or punch for this little guy. And when you see my card, you'll see why he needed to be fussy cut. We're almost done. Don't go away. I want you to be able to see the finished project. Okay, next choice that's coming up is the color of the card base. So I know I'd given you two choices of the Highland Heather and the Blushing Bride, and you picked the Highland Heather. Now, would you like to see this on a Highland Heather card base, or would you prefer to see it on a Whisper White card base? So tell me what you think, and I will cut out the card base. We're going to do that together live. You don't have it, but it's fun. And it's growing on you, Janice. That always makes me feel better. Aleem, you don't have it yet? Aleem, okay. So Aleem is my little cousin, for those that are watching and seeing his comments. And it's really cute because every now and then he'll pop on for my Facebook Lives. He's never crafted with me, although I hope one day he might. And so he's just like a supportive little brother, which I really appreciate. So thanks for being here. And I know you're here to see the finished product. Okay, so what did you guys say? Highland Heather, Whisper White, Whisper White, Whisper White. Okay, let me get a piece of Whisper White. It looks like majority is choosing Whisper White. Oh, okay, hold on, let's see. We've got 3 votes, 4 votes for Whisper White. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think I've got 4 for Whisper White and 3 for Highland Heather. So let's go with the Whisper White. Okay, so I'm now going to cut this into a card base. So this is just a full sheet of cardstock, using my Stampin' Trimmer to cut that in half. And I'm going to use my scoring blade and just give that a really good score so that I can fold this easily. Okay, so I'm going to use my bone folder. Here we go. All right, so let's put this down. So just so you can see, this is what it's going to look like on the white, okay? There's lots of color in there still. And I'm just going to use my Stampin' Seal adhesive. I'm not putting any ribbon on this card. This one is going to be just a little bit of bling at the end, okay? So let's stick that down. Are you guys loving the shading? Isn't this so cool? I just love how when you see my original card, you'll see I didn't do such a good job of the shading on that one. It got better. Okay, I'm just gonna put that down. My computer wants to update something right now, like of all times. Okay, so let's get out our dimensionals. We're gonna pop this guy up on some dimensionals. Can you see how this card is coming together? Isn't he so cute? I love him. Okay, so, and you know what? Actually, when I first did my order from the catalog, I didn't order this one. In fact, I think we got to order from the annual catalog, sorry, the holiday catalog in July, and I didn't order this until October. Like, I didn't order this until last month. Okay, so there we are. He's just skating on by. Real cutie that one is. So now this is your last decision that you have to make. We have two different types of sequins. Gosh, I hope they're both current. One is the woven threads. So this one has some of the seaside spray. It's got pretty peacock, and then it's got this beautiful like hologram one. And then of course there's some Rococo Rose, which is like a pink. And then we've got the Whale of a Time sequin. So this one has more of like navy and pool party. So tell me, which of the two sequins do you want to see me use on this card? And I'll give you guys a second to decide. I mean, I guess when you look at them, they're not too different, but so I'm hearing Whale of a Time from Heather, Woven Threads from Maureen, Whale of a Time. Oh, it's like back and forth. I'm not going to use any of the shells though, guys, because this is like a winter scene. So the whale. Okay. You like how his scarf pops? Yeah. Okay. So it looks like we're going with the whale. Oh, I'm surprised. Okay. So let me get out my liquid glue. And I'm going to put lots of sequins just because if I put only a few, you guys will be gone faster. I want this to last. This is fun. Okay. So I'm just going to put a couple of dots of glue. Let's do 3 there. And then maybe 4. We could do more than 5 even, but let's start there. And then what I love to use when I'm using the sequins is my Take Your Pick tool. And then let's see. I might just put a few out onto my, here, let's go. So do you think a navy would look good up here? Okay. And then maybe we'll do, this is just going to add a lot of color. We'll do this. So I'm just using my Take Your Pick tool to pick up the sequins. I feel like this one's a little bit too not matching. So I'm going to go with these sort of greenish tone ones. Sorry if that offends anybody. Okay. And then let's do another little mini over here. Oops. Let's get that in place. And then what else is in here? Another mini maybe, or a big one? I think we're due for a larger one. Okay. Let's put that right here. Okay. Let me fix this one. That one doesn't want to stay. Hang on. I think I'm going to have to put a little bit more glue. There we go. And then let's grab, oh my goodness, I don't have a lid on there. Why am I trying to pull the lid off? Okay, there we go. What do you think? I can see a little bit of the purple, actually, when you move these around, you can see a little bit of the purple. Can you add this down? Yes, you can absolutely. I didn't mention that. Sorry, Rana. Yes, if you are going to participate in the November card club, you'll always have the option to add the stamp set to your order. So I can definitely order that for you. That's not a problem at all. And then you'll get all the other goodies and the embellishments and stuff. So I really am excited about the club, and I think it's just a really nice way to keep stamping, and you know, you have the cards designed for you, the work is done for you, so it's kind of like a class, but obviously we're not meeting in person, and I was really hoping that we were going to be able to by now, but that doesn't seem to be happening with what our numbers are looking like. So we need to keep everybody safe, and I feel like this is a way for us to still get crafting and get our holiday cards made and then still stay safe and just have something meaningful to do. Okay, that's the card. What do you guys think of him? Isn't he cute? I hope you guys like that. Now I'll show you the original. So I did the first one in Balmy Blue. And you can choose which one you like better now that you're seeing both. So Balmy Blue, Highland Heather. And I was telling you before, because I was using that brush for the first time, you could see I was a little bit heavy-handed with it here. And I don't think it looks terrible, but just I was a little bit more light-handed here. So what do you guys think? Do you love it? And do you have a color preference? Do you like the one color better than the other? Oh, thank you. Thanks, everybody. Oh, Michelle Parsons, I didn't see you hop on. Hello, my friend. It's so great to have you guys on, and thank you for, this was fun. I'm so glad that you guys were on and you were helping me choose. Can you imagine if I was planning a choose your own adventure and there was nobody here with me? So I appreciate the audience participation and your comments and for helping me to design the card. And it looks like it's pretty divided in terms of which color you like better. So Rana, I owe you a Blushing Bride one, and I will try and work on that tonight and show you what it looks like and pop it in the mail for you. So thank you so much again for watching. Let me just flip the camera down so I can say goodbye. Ooh, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna just read some of the comments. It looks like some people loved them both. Jill, you loved the purple. You're not normally a purple girl. I'm glad that you guys like both. Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. And I hope you all have a wonderful evening. And I will post information about the club. I also have a retreat to go coming up. And I'm a little late in getting the information out, but the deadline to sign up for that is not till the 19th. And I'll just show you really quickly. This is the bundle we're going to be using. It's the Snowflake Wishes. And the dies in it are just stunning. Whoops. Can you see that? They're just beautiful. And I'm going to just show you one little project from here because I was really excited. Oh, see, I've got some of my projects in here. I've been a busy bee designing, but let me show you one project that I love. So this is a little sneak peek. This is using our rectangle tins. Okay, so these are in our holiday catalog. They're perfect for if you want to put a gift card or some money in. You can put some candy, lots of possibilities for things you can put. But these are the die cut snowflakes from the Balmy Blue glimmer paper. And then I've just cut, it's very simple to do. And I just cut a piece of designer series paper and used a corner rounder just to match up the edges. So this is a little sneak peek of one of the projects, but there are going to be 8 different projects, possibly more, and some pillow gifts and lots of fun little surprises. It's a retreat to go. Still deciding if I'm going to do like an actual Zoom where people gather and we make some of the projects together, or even do a Facebook group where I'll do some Facebook Live demonstrations. You can't see all the projects, Rana, because, oh, should I show you one? I don't know. I don't want to ruin the surprise, but the projects are really cute, I promise. Yes, mints would be really good. So many different possibilities. Rana, if you really want to see them, you'll have to message me and I'll send you some pictures, okay? They haven't all been finished, but I'm more than halfway done. So that'll be a really fun little retreat to go. And it's a go at your own pace type thing. So you'll have PDF and or video tutorials, so you can just assemble everything at your own pace. It's designed to help you get ready for Christmas with, oh, you can't see them on the screen. No, I'm not showing you which projects, Rana, the Snowflake Wishes one or the Polar Bear. I'm not showing you all the Snowflake Wishes ones. I'm going to keep some of those a secret. So message me and I'll clarify everything. So going back to the retreat to go, it's the first time I've done a retreat to go. I did one in person last year, and obviously we can't do that this year. So this is designed to help you get ready for the holidays. There'll be some cards, gift card holders, little treat boxes, and then there'll be some pillow gifts and other little fun surprises. So if you're interested in that, I will send you a link, and I'll post more information about it on my Facebook page here. I would love for you to register for it, and I'm really excited about the projects, and I think that if you register for it, you will be too. So thank you so much again for joining me, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I will see you here real soon. Bye for now.